Hello, and welcome back to another day in the quad life. Well, today we are going to talk about something that is, um, very common in my videos and you're seeing right now. Bed. If you make a search in the Bible for the word bed, I came up with 98 results in the New International Version. And it speaks of beds in various ways. So, first one here, we see a bed being used as a place to sleep. And this next result is just part of a name. And here in Genesis, we have a few instances where bed is being part of a temptation to sin, and I covered several. But also here in Genesis 48, Jacob was at the end of his life and he was in bed and giving instructions on how to live and give blessings to his sons and the people of Israel. And then part of those blessings, he also used bed. And then in Genesis 49, verse 33, he died in bed. So we see that beds are part of history. And for a quadriplegic such as myself, it is also a unfortunate commonplace that you can find me. When I originally started doing these videos a couple of years ago, I had the intention of never doing a video from when I'm just sitting here in bed. That obviously has not come to fruition, as you have seen throughout this month in all the videos. However, let's talk about it a little bit more. I had a family that I was working with once that their young son had just received a spinal cord injury, and their concern was that because of his injury he would never be able to get out of bed and be out in the community again. And I assured them that no, this was not the case, that you definitely can get up and out in the world. And when I was younger, my mom was talking to the secretary or office person of a doctor's office and making an appointment for me, and she was concerned because the office was under construction and she didn't think that they would be able to get a bed through their office. It's like, well, no, my son does get up and uses a wheelchair, and this was kind of a shocking item to her, I guess. But no, as you've seen, I do get up and out of bed, and I've also had kids ask me when I'm speaking at, say, a grade school, ask if I get out of my chair or if I sleep in bed. And the answer, of course, for that is yes, I do. Bed is a place that is used for normal things like sleep, but for some quadriplegics or high-level injuries, it is also a place of operations. So when I was originally injured, I am 85, and after my time in the hospital, I came home again and lived with my parents. And at that time, our house was okay. I could get around, but I could not get everywhere in my wheelchair. And therefore, I spent a lot of time in bed, just watching TV or that kind of thing, and it's pretty well what I got used to growing up. And when we moved to the house that we live in now, I can easily get around everywhere in my chair, but I still stay here quite a bit, as it also kind of just was normal for me. But secondary reason is that I also struggle a lot with pressure sores. So you can see my mattress here, and it is an air mattress, and specifically what's called alternating air mattress. That there are cells that go from this side of the bed all the way to the other side, from left to right, that have air that blow up in them, and some that goes down as well. So in other words, they keep moving me all the time. And this greatly helps reduce skin problems. Also, because I do have a lot of skin trouble, my regular routine is that I will sit up in bed like I am now for about 45 minutes, and then I will lay flat for an hour and a half to 2 hours at a time. So for those reasons, it's just easier for me to really stay in bed and try to take care of my skin. And as you have been seeing this month, then I really have everything set up that I can use it, just as I am right here when I'm either laying flat, then I am able to use the keyboard and mouse yet, as well as, of course, sitting up like I am now. And when I'm up in my wheelchair, I can use the computer. However, it's not quite as easy, actually, with my current setup. So, no, a person that has a high lower spinal cord injury is not bedridden or made that they can only lay in bed. But for me especially, it's a place or situation that works the best. And I know other quadriplegics that they are usually up in their chair most of the time, and also are just in bed for sleep. So it is different per individual, but this is what works best for me. And the video that is behind my head here is explaining when I got a new bed this summer. And it took a while to find it, and for the most part, I would say it has been working fairly well. But of course, with everything, it has some problems. So this video, which I'll link on the top, I said that it had different rails on it. And rails help to keep me in bed because of my muscle spasms that I've talked about. Well, I've had it a few times that I lean over, and it's only been the rails that keep me in. And you can see the top one right here beside me, but they keep having problems that every time they are put up and down, they get loose. And my dad has to tighten them up about every 1 to 2 weeks at the least, unfortunately. But that is kind of the gist of what I do for bed and why you see me in it so often. And another point is that not all my caregivers are okay with or real easy. Or not all my caregivers are very accustomed to getting me up in my chair all the time. So in order to accommodate for each of their comfort levels, I also stay here more often. But that is today's topic. And I know we're getting down there a ways, but continue to come back, and tomorrow we'll talk about another subject. But thanks for watching, and bye for now.